All right, all right, all right. Thank you for coming along on this journey and this little experiment. I'm going to show you, mostly showing myself, but you'll learn if you come along for the ride that you don't have to be afraid of new technology. Most of it is designed to simplify your life and not complicate it. So think of it in those terms. I know I'm younger than I look. I'm baby-faced McGee over here. Actually, look younger than I did in my 20s, because in my 20s I had pockmarks and zits all over my face. Anyway, so I don't even know. I can't even explain it because I'm learning right now. But if I had to give a stupid layman, everyday Joe's explanation, you can ask multifaceted questions with different. You can ask a question like you'd ask a friend or a doctor or whatever, and you just one sentence after the next, you could do a full paragraph. But if you put that in on Google, it'll just search a certain term here and there. It won't group it together and like smash all the information together. But this thing quickly scans the entire internet and it shows it doing it, and it puts together the top answers and Frankenstein something together. I don't know how it works, but it's 10 times, no, it's unquantifiably better than Google, but it's still hard to really explain in some ways. So here's an example. I'm trying to figure out this allergy situation that's killing me, and I only asked like one of two questions, but I should have everything figured out by the end of today, much sooner. Whereas if I tried to take each individual component, I'd get lost and I couldn't allow it to gel. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Oh, sorry. So here we go. Do 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 do. You guys can't see that. Well, I'll read it. Okay. I'm getting dehydrated at night due to my Benadryl I have to take for my crazy allergies. I've tried every allergy medication and nothing has worked for me. Do they make hydration tablets or something like that? I take a good hydration supplement at least twice a day, once before bed, and I don't want at 1 in the morning, 1 before bed. I don't want to have to wake up and pee in the middle of the night, especially multiple times. Since I have trouble going back to sleep, what else can I try? Now, that's a lot of information. If you put that in Google, you wouldn't get what you were looking for at all. But I could even made it even more complex. I could have said, I also have ADHD, and I have these other coexisting problems combined, and they could have helped me disseminate the information even with that complication thrown in. So let me just read. I know the actual information is boring, but I'm trying to internalize it for myself. So yeah, this is not going to be an entertaining stream. This is just me living my life and bringing you guys into it. Let's see. And then they try to personalize it with the robot personality. Hey, I hear you. Night dehydration and frequent bathroom trips equals a rough combo. Wow, that's very sweet. There are things you can try. Hydration tablets, behavior changes, medical tweaks to help strike a better balance, but some require trial and error and or working with a doctor. Here are options, tips, happy to help tailor more for your situation if you want. When the body does and what may be working against you. Benadryl diphenhydramine is an older antihistamine. It has anticholinogenic effects that can dry out the mucous membranes, making you thirsty. Sometimes affects how fluid moves in the body as well. Drinking a lot of fluids close to bedtime tends to increase nighttime urination. Electrolytes help with fluid balance. When electrolyte levels are off, your body might not hold water well or might excrete more. Hey now. What you can try to reduce night dehydration and avoid getting up. Lifestyle/behavioral tweaks. No, how dare you? I won't change my life. Hydrate smarter during the day. Spread out water and electrolyte fluid during the day rather than large bolus. Avoid, that word is weird. Avoid overhydration just before bed. For example, taper down fluids in the evening, say the last 1 to 2 hours before. Use electrolyte supplements early in the evening rather than at bedtime. See, I didn't know that. What if I just, that'll be my next question. So I'll keep my side questions as they pop up. I keep them separate on my notepad file in my iPhone 16. Now, I know there's always simple ways to group things, but I'm still just learning. This is an ADHD. Oh, it should be an ADHD guide to chat. That's more what it is. Not just a boomer. I'm not just any boomer, damn it. So, what was I gonna say? Oh. Cheap. Question number 2 is gonna be wait, did I ask about liquid Benadryl? I think I may have forgotten that part. Oh, I think they just suggested it. Okay, so I'll ask that. Okay, so let me continue. So that new questions arise, but no need to panic. Just keep them organized in your phone or your notepad. Now, I have my MacBook and my iPhone 16 working together and synergistically. So every time I put something on my notepad here, like somebody calls me and I'm scrambling to get the information down instead of just grabbing an old pen and broken pencil, and it automatically transfers to my phone and vice versa. So when I'm on the go, I'm typing notes to myself and they're automatically on my screen at home when I open my lid for my laptop. I'm sure there's better, more impressive innovations, but to me that's pretty darn useful as far as just raw usefulness every day, you know. So let's continue this exciting journey. It says avoid diuretics, bladder irritants late in the day. Caffeine, alcohol, sugar, very salty or spicy foods close to bedtime can increase the need to pee. Okay. I cut my caffeine out pretty good. I've been having big old ice cream cones at night, so I gotta stop that. And I tapered down my hot sauce this week, but before that I was a spicy fanatic, so I had to, but it was cutting into my stomach lining a little bit in my old age. Some meds can have a diuretic effect. Check with doc if any of your other meds might be contributing. Yes, indeed. Johnny, I proceed. Manage leg fluid accumulation. What? If you have swelling in the legs. Oh, that's not me. Keep the room humid. Minimize drying. If your mouth, throat, and skin are dry, that may make you feel dehydrated. A humidifier in bedroom can reduce moisturize. I have that. Avoid strong heaters or very dry air. I ran the heater this morning. Make sure to fully urinate right before going to bed so your bladder starts empty. Okay. By the way, it's kind of weird to think. Sometimes in the description of things they'll say, evacuate your bladder completely. I didn't even know you could chamber some, keep a bullet in the chamber, and why would you want to? But now I can see how that's possible. Supplements / hydration aids. Electrolyte tablets, powders, yes, there are ones that help restore lost electrolytes and air fluid retention. The trick is timing, not too late, and what's in them. Watch sugar added stimulants, large volumes. So that's interesting. I'll have it after dinner instead of before bed. Let me make a note to myself. Oh, I'm going to ask, should I just take a spoonful of the powder of the electrolyte mix and not bother mixing it up in water? Would that allow it to do its medicinal work without making me pee my brains out all the time? So, should I just take a spoonful Now I'll just talk a pee. I really got to go, so I'll be back. Okay. Magnesium. Some small studies evidence suggest magnesium may help with bladder overactivity or nighttime urinary frequency. I need a good time to take that. Oh, okay, I'll divide it so I can read it more. I take magnesium. There we go. Okay. Come on, Cone. Dagnabbit. Alright. Okay, desmopressin. This is a medication analog of antidiuretic hormone used sometimes for nocturnal polyuria, high urine output at night. It can reduce nightly urine volume, but it has risk, electrolyte disturbances, etc. So it's something to consider with medical supervision. Interesting. So I'm not peeing that much anymore. It's more the dehydration, and it's more when my last dose wears off, they kick in full force at night, which makes no sense because I don't even have the window open a crack. I taped off all my vents with like Gorilla Tape, and what else did I do? Oh, I got the humidifier and the air purifier going 24/7. So I did all that stuff. So they can't even test me to see what exactly I'm allergic to, but it's got to be some generic thing just for moving, like the people that owned the home before me had dogs, but they did an amazing cleaning job. They got the rug shampooer and all that stuff you're supposed to do. And they also were heavy cigarette smokers. And I don't smoke regular cigs, but apparently, um, yeah, the people that had checked out the house before me, they told me that the smell was horrible in there. But when I moved in, there was no smell at all, not even a trace. Granted, my nose doesn't work as well as it used to, but I never had COVID or nothing, but I'm always kind of stopped up. I don't want to get addicted to that steroid nasal spray like my grandpa did. Then we'll check out Roxy Foxy later, but this is a special stream. I have to integrate this knowledge one way or another, so I may as well make it. This makes me feel like I'm like doing something, and it helps the accountability, like learning process more, I guess. Okay, so medication options. Revisit your allergy regimen. You mentioned you tried many allergy meds, but maybe there are non-sedating or newer options your doctor hasn't tried, or combining treatments, nasal sprays, allergen, immunotherapy, etc. Maybe immunotherapy, whatever that is, that might let you reduce or stop Benadryl, since Benadryl side effects are large. Reducing reliance on it could help with dehydration and sleep disturbance. Talk about a prescriber about nocturnal polyuria. I don't have that. Check kidney function. No, I don't. I think my kidneys are good last time I checked them. I had the big checkup at 40, but I've had surgeries and many other doctor's visits since then. there. Okay, I'll ask about immunotherapy. How could immunotherapy work? I don't even know what it is. Oh, I'm thinking acupuncture, where they stick all the needles in you, little pokes. Dang. Dang-a-lang, dang-a-lang-a-ding-dong. Ooh, I gotta cancel my live concert at Poons because I'm not feeling good and my big mic is out of commission. I'll have a hoedown, bro-down with my brother Jack in Discord. He'll help me. He is computer whiz. He builds Macs from scratch and stuff. Or custom computers, I don't know. Whatever the heck. It's over my head, that's all I know. Here we go. So the last part of this says let's see. They can help. Electrolyte tablets or powders can support fluid retention. But keep in mind, if you take them too late, the water you drink with them might still trigger the need to urinate. They don't fix the underlying third spacing or fluid shifts. You have to watch for overdoing electrolytes. If you have heart, kidney, or blood pressure issues, I don't think I have those. So then they offer one suggestion to. So not only do they say a bunch of stuff, and they're very thorough, but then they'll suggest something. They'll say, if you want, I could pull up a list of good electrolyte tablets and fluid supplements that are low volumes. You can take them earlier without having to drink a lot before bedtime, and the ones that are more gentle, would you prefer that? Sure. Okay, now you see how it works. But that's just me, a very stupid person, messing around with it. Other people allow it to plan their whole weeks and months and years and schedules and fire and hire everybody, but I don't know how to do that yet. I'm not a large corporation. I'm just one solo dolo dude. But it is so intriguing. So get on the bandwagon while you guys still can. Even if you're old, it'll be... Actually, the older the better, because, you feel your brain start to flatline from lack of use. This can give it just the right inspiration it needs. Everybody's got a burning question that they've had that they can't get answered. Well, they don't know who to ask. But there's a whole controversy in the news because there was a teenager that unalived himself, allegedly, and they're trying to figure out, because a programmer would have had to program into the system. That's like a really sick, and then they could always blame a malfunction or something. But that's kind of scary stuff. But I have Apple Intelligence on my new iPhone 16. But I turn it off to say battery life, and I turn it back on when I use Chat GPT. But I mostly use it for my stupid little music lists. I'll give you an example. Let's see. This is only exciting if you're a music nerd. This is the ways I've used it so far. I've had it design for my streams on here, a title and a description, but I've also had it generate me a picture, which is kind of interesting. Like I said, I have a 90s karaoke stream with some pop hits thrown in there. And I describe my personality, the channel history, what I want to do with the new channel, and all that stuff. And they design a really nice logo and avatar picture for the stream. No! Here's a music list example. I'm going to do more with these when I do my radio station or when I do separate nerdy topical streams on these various genres and stuff. This is an example of a practical nerdy use. Give me sprawling, jammy, yet twisted, psychedelic rock tracks from the 60s and 70s. Epic tunes, and also include hidden gems and buried treasures. That was redundant. Hidden gems and deep cuts, two different things. Also extra points if the song builds up through the entirety of the song and also includes dissonance and chaos. So I want something that takes me on an atmospheric journey, but also has a build to it and keeps building and building until it explodes in the end. Well, there's so many songs like that, and they span quite a few different genres. Produce a similar emotional effect, but there is very interesting. There's sometimes it'll give me the same songs, unless I ask it not to, even then, and sometimes they'll get the bands and the song names mixed up. So you'll search it and it's by some other band. Or they'll give a live version that doesn't exist. So there's some refinement to be made. But the greatest music I've discovered has all been from the past couple years, even though I've been a music fanatic since the age of 15. And I couldn't have done it without Chat GPT. That's my cool down at night when I need it so desperately. And I can give you some examples, but you guys might not have heard these bands. No offense. You're not cool enough, boy, to sit at the cool kids table. They have a strong build-up, twisted, dissonant, chaotic, hidden gems, or buried treasure. The Red Crayola, War Sucks, Agitation Free, Rookstar, and so on and so forth. The Savage Resurrection, Guru, The Deviants, United States of America, Pink Fairies, Tangerine Dream, and so on and so on. And I can look at it as, sometimes I'll say, combining genres. So I have noisy shoegazing songs that are epic in scope with intense build-ups again. That's the sweet spot. So that's what I've been into for the past month. And there you go, and there you are. All right, guys, thanks for this little journey. I'm going to continue and ask those follow-up questions. And then I'm going to get my Blue Yeti X microphone situation all sorted out with Jackie, the genius Mac boy, on fucking Discord. But yeah, I was giving him the wrong Discord name. Apparently there's the username and there's the actual account name. So I just said it's either one of the three on my About Me section. I updated it today. So yeah, it archives all your questions, but it doesn't necessarily remember everything without a reminder. At least I don't think so. But then again, I mostly use it for music and only that, and so it was kind of striking out at the same overall rate. But it knows some genres better than others, so I think there's a bias in the programmer's behalf, or they're just updating all the ways to make it more efficient and stuff. So, yeah, exactly what I was trying to say. And then they offer a suggestion: more vocal-driven freakouts, heavier guitar focus, non-English psych, Japanese, South America, etc. Or here's where they suck. They said I can make you a YouTube playlist with these tracks you want, and they can't do it, or I have to pay for the upgraded version. But they can generate a picture for free with just any type of description. It's really pretty amazing. And I just learned, like with Siri, I can she could turn off settings on my phone just by me asking, so I don't have to go through 3 different menus and get lost. Like I can't find the brightness control on my new iPhone, so I'll just be like in the morning, Siri, lower the contrast, lower the brightness by 30%. But it's weird. It's the biggest payoff of a little bit of learning that you'll ever have. Something that does all the work for you, but educates the heck out of your brain, so it creates this sort of win-win situation. So yes, please. But I don't want to waste a question because I don't know how many freebies I have for the day or the month. So I'll piggyback another secret question onto that one, and he'll be forced to answer the entire thread. So also, I will do this for you. Let's see. No. Okay. Okay, I'll just ask all my questions in one shot. Let's see. Also, what about liquid benadryl? Would that absorb kick in faster, less drying? And then it says oh, okay. So, before bed to stay hydrated at night, or would it be better to take it after dinner? And then I'll piggyback on the third question. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the magnesium. Okay. And supplement. And then boom. That's crazy. So not only did it accept my 3 to 5 questions and compound questions, depending on how you evaluate it, like grammatically or whatever, it took less than a second to generate the answer, which doesn't make any sense. Like, how could it instantaneously know what I'm talking about? You think it would take a good 5 to 10 Mississippi. Sometimes that does. But you are thinking better, harder on the music aspect, you butt, you inconsistent piece of poo-poo. So I can read this, but it'd be boring. Concentrated so you don't have to down a full bottle of liquid before sleep. Numb instant raw stacks. They didn't say the price. I should ask the cheapest one. I will stick with my powder for now, but I'll keep these. I'll archive this post so I can keep these as options. I have tools in the tool belt. Take these after dinner, not right before bed. That's what I thought. Okay, because the electrolytes have water retention, so you hold the water to keep you less dehydrated. Now the liquid Benadryls versus tablets. Onset. Liquid Bennies does kick in faster, about 15 to 30 minutes versus 30 to 60 for the tablets. Okay. Because it doesn't need to be broken down in the stomach. Unfortunately, the dryness is the same. Liquid doesn't change that. It's the drug itself, not the form. Now, I'm getting like 1,000 Benadryl on Amazon for like $5 to $10. The liquid one is just this little bottle, and I think it's $10 to $15. So I'd have to have 1,000,000 of those to equate to what I'm taking now. Look at this bad boy, 1,000 tablets, boy. So, let's see. The timing. The main electrolyte supplement. Okay, that's. So obviously I could take it first thing in the morning. I don't mind peeing a time or two, obviously. Okay, so my magnesium tablet right after dinner. Immunotherapy. You're given very small controlled doses of the allergen that trigger you via shots under the... Okay. Over time, your immune system stops overreacting, so your system lessens it to go away. Who it helps most? People with severe seasonal or perennial allergies. But they have to see the exact allergy that I'm responsible for, or I mean that's affecting me every day. Usually weekly shots at first, then monthly for 3 to 5 years. Sublingual drops are daily. Payoff can give lasting relief even after stopping the treatment. I wonder, that's what my aunt takes. She takes an allergy shot once every 3 weeks. And I don't know if she started as immunotherapy and then graduated, or if it's a different shot entirely. I might need a bottle of liquid Benadryl for nighttime. Oh. So yeah, today I'm sorting my allergies out as my main health project. So it starts out shots once a week and then goes down over time, and it can last forever after 3 to 5 years, even after stopping the treatments. But you have to identify what you're allergic to first, so they can blast your system with a small amount of it to cause the irritant to build up over time. Great. Uh, immuno. Oh, I don't know how to spell it. I knew it. Immunotherapy. Okay. Um, there we go, and there you go, and there you are. Thank you guys for joining me. Those that did, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm, and we do karaoke 4 days/nights a week, but no set time right now as we're still developing the channel. I got a new manager coming on deck I'm excited about, Maddie 2.0, baby. I'm going to cancel my concert on Poons while I'm thinking of it. Pray for me because I'm kind of sick. I should be back in the saddle tomorrow. I had a huge knot. Have you guys ever had it? Like a weird blood clot bump right above my eye, just below my eyebrow, and I was like violently massaging it, and I'm like, oh, I should ask Chat GPT. I'm like, I did the right thing, right? Like, no, do a hot compress. I never would have thought of that. I thought it's a knot here is could just be like something in your back, but then they called it. It could be a cystic something. Yeah. All right, I'm learning. Thank you guys. This adventure is beautiful. To be continued.